It's DK here from the Q Morning Crew, and with me, I have Atlanta Habitat for Humanity President and CEO, Rosalyn Merrick. Thanks for coming in, Rosalyn.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. Hey, everybody.
You have a very cool project coming up May
do.
3rd through 8th right here in Atlanta. Tell me a little bit about what Habitat for Humanity is doing.
Sure. So, first of all, at Atlanta Habitat for Humanity, we are focused on creating affordable home ownership opportunities for as many working families, individuals as we can right here in the city of Atlanta and South Fulton County. And we're really fortunate because we get to host the Jimmy and Rosalynn Carter Work Project the week of May 3rd through 8th. And what that means, DK, is that we're going to build 24 homes in just 5 days.
How is that even possible? 24 fully functioning homes
Yes.
for families in 5 days.
In 5 days. And in 5 days from now, this is all going down. Yes. Well, there's a little bit of construction magic that happens. I mean, I confess, we've been working toward this moment for over a year now. This whole project will launch our next planned community, Langston Park. Ultimately, will be 64 beautiful homes in Sylvan Hills historic neighborhood in Southwest Atlanta. So we picked up this property probably 10 years ago, worked side by side with the community to really imagine what it could be, and started the work about a year ago. And so if you were to pull up on site right now, you would see 24 homes in various stages. Some are just foundations, some are standing walls with rooftops on them. So there is still lots of work to do, and 2,000 plus volunteers will join us for those 5 days to finish building those homes.
How do you even navigate 2,000 people on site, let alone getting them all to function properly with their duties? You guys sound like you have a very well-oiled machine going here.
I appreciate that and receive it. And the fact is that we do. This is the work that we do every day at Atlanta Habitat. And we are just one of 900 affiliates all over the United States and in the 60 countries that we serve. And every day we work side by side with families in our program to purchase and build their first home. We also repair homes. So this is a well-oiled machine of construction professionals, resource development professionals, education services pros that come together with the community to really get this work done. So when you asked how do we do it with a lot of intention, love, and care. And I think that's one of the most powerful parts about the mission. We show what's possible when you bring together people under one shared purpose and sense of urgency.
That's pretty amazing what you can accomplish, like you just said, with everyone working together, everyone wanting to help. And this all started with the Carter Work Project, Jimmy Carter and his wife, correct?
Well, yes, more or less. So
more or less. Okay, educate me because
Yes.
maybe I don't know the whole story.
Thank you for asking. And so this is a bit of a misnomer. Most people believe that the Carters founded Habitat. And in fact, they did not.
Okay.
Now, they are our best known, probably hardest working global ambassadors, volunteers that we've ever had. But the Carters became involved in 1984 when Habitat was still headquartered down in Americus, Georgia. But this mission really began in 1976. So 2026, we celebrate 50 years of the Habitat mission.
That's insane.
It is insanely good, which just tells you something. For 50 years, we've been focused on providing quality, safe housing for people everywhere, not just here in Atlanta, not just the United States, but around the world. We believe fundamentally that it's a right that everyone has access to decent, safe housing. And this was the main value that really aligned with the Carters, that we are so community oriented. We bring neighbors together to help other neighbors. And so in 1984, they joined forces with us. And in fact, that was the first year that they took a work group of 1,000 volunteers all the way up from Plains, Georgia to New York City to build and preserve homes alongside 19 families there in that city.
That is so beautiful. You know, one thing that really sticks out to me when I was reading about the depths of what Habitat for Humanity does, it sounds simple, but it's a habitat for humanity. There's no criteria of any of the things that people might stigmatize with needing things or being maybe underprivileged or just fighting to get ahead or just have a home. Humanity, any race, gender, color, no politics, no nothing. This is for all people in need. And obviously there's a process with people that apply to buy these homes and there's criteria that you follow. But I love the beauty of just trying to help humanity in general. So hats off to you guys for the great work that you're doing. Give me a little bit of insight on how people can apply or how you choose who gets to purchase these homes.
Absolutely. So, first of all, let me just say this because I haven't said this yet since we've been together, DK. But affordable housing, we believe, is really the foundation of strong families and thriving communities. When people can count on a stable, affordable home, everything else from there, whether it's work, school, health, just gets stronger. So, we want as many people as possible in this great city to have access to quality, affordable housing in safe, vibrant neighborhoods with opportunities to thrive. That's it. I mean, it's pretty clear cut and simple. And so, our process is pretty much clear cut and simple. We simply ask that people are first time home buyers.
Mhm.
We do prioritize incomes between 30 and 80% of the area median income. So, just think on average, our families earn about $42,000 a year. And now you're talking about a huge swath of our community, our public school teachers, our service workers, first responders that qualify for this program. And the main qualification is employment. That's
Okay.
it. We don't use anyone's debt or credit history as a qualifier. We do focus on that to determine their success and really what additional financial education and support they'll need in order to be successful homeowners.
Well, and I think basically the idea is once you have a roof over your head and you have that solid foundation, I mean, you said it yourself, it makes all of the other things in your life a little bit easier to face, whether it be a challenge or whether it be something you're working towards. Once you know that I have a home, I have a roof over my children's head, and we're working towards a future, the weight lifts off your shoulders on all those other things that might be bringing you down. And Habitat for Humanity puts so many families in that right position to kind of get that ball rolling and start with a home.
Absolutely. That's so true. And it's funny because I sometimes get this question of why home ownership? There are folks out there who believe home ownership is not for everyone,
Mhm.
but we believe it is. In fact, at Atlanta Habitat, we believe home ownership is one of the most reliable paths to stability and upward mobility. Families gain predictable housing cost, DK. Just think about that for a moment. When you are renting a place, and I will tell you, we need as many affordable housing options as possible in the community.
Sure,
The
yeah.
more diverse and the greater the number, the better, right? But the thing about renting is that a lot of families are destabilized as they try to chase the more affordable rent year over year over year. When you have a mortgage, and particularly with Atlanta Habitat, we are the mortgage provider. Our mortgages, 30-year traditional, at 0% interest.
Stop.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
interest-free mortgages for 30 years. Our families are able to really plan around that mortgage payment. Now they can afford their housing cost. And now they can afford lots of other things in their lives. This means better options for daycare and after school. It means saving for retirement. It's better choices at the grocery store and a health insurance plan. It all really adds up. And ultimately, families can get rooted. They
Yeah.
don't have to move to be able to have stability in their housing. So they do stay put. They get rooted and become investors in the community. And one of my favorite things to tout, we've served over 3,000 families since our inception in Atlanta Habitat back in 1983. 361 families and counting have paid off their mortgages in full.
No way.
So not only do they have this appreciating asset that really is standing wealth that
Yeah.
they can leverage at any time for their family's needs or their future, but there's all this breathing room now in their income when they bring it home because they've paid off that asset.
Well, what an amazing opportunity to not only put roots in, like you said, moving disrupts more than people might think. Moving itself is annoying, but when you think about your children might have to move schools, you might have to move further away from your job and look for a new job. It disrupts more than just living in a new location.
Mhm.
So be able to be rooted in a home of your own. And I had no idea. I mean, I thought I did my homework here, but I had no idea that they were interest-free loans. That is an absolute blessing beyond blessings to be able to pay your mortgage every month and know that you're paying down your debt. I mean, it'll pass on to future generations.
That's exactly right. And we talk about that. Homeownership is so stabilizing, not only for today, but for the future. And really, you're building not just wealth, but legacy. What I love, and I think the Carters really believed in too, is that housing is dignity.
Mm-hmm.
Housing is freedom. Housing is community. And my God, I can't think about how much we need all of those things right now, always, but especially right now in this moment.
You're telling me, and you know what I want to get to. Um, I want to know how I can help. How can people out there help? What can we do to support Habitat for Humanity and help you guys further the mission?
That is such a thoughtful question. Thank you for asking it. I like to say that Atlanta Habitat's mission is so big. It's like a big table and there are many seats around it. And the thing is that you don't have to have any particular skill to come and serve and get involved. So most of our construction volunteers have zero construction experience, which is pretty phenomenal. That we can bring people out on site, sight unseen, really, to pick up a hammer and teach them in the moment how to build a home, a quality, sustainable, affordable home responsibly. And so there is that. We have a robust education program that's actually a requirement of our first-time home purchase program participants. So people who have a particular skill, whether it's financial planning or budgeting, or it's a passion because we also offer electives, people can come and be teachers in our education program, which is a pretty cool opportunity. And then simply to give. I mean, as any nonprofit would tell you, everything has a cost. So we are always fundraising and we welcome donations from the larger community. I will say specifically about the Carter Work Project, this is pretty cool. We are fully subscribed. We really will have over 2,000 unique volunteers come to help us on site May 4th through 8th as we build those 24 homes. So what we'll say is if anyone really is passionate about coming out and helping be a part of this mission, come after the project. While this is a really big week and moment for us, it is not the only big week or moment. This is the work that we do year-round all the time. So there are plenty more opportunities to come and serve. Folks can go online, atlantahabitat.org, to find out more information about our programs, but also how to volunteer and to join our newsletter so you're always in the know about what we have going on.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that because my first thought was, oh my gosh, maybe I can get out there that week and do something. But you guys have ongoing projects and this seems like it's already kind of ready to roll and you have all your volunteers lined up. Not that more help doesn't help,
Right.
but thinking about the long term and the next project and the next project. So if you're listening right now and you're, May 3rd through 8th isn't something you can swing, well, they're kind of set for that right now. But get in touch, reach out at the website. Say that one more time.
atlantahabitat.org.
Perfect. Sign up to volunteer, make a donation, look at ways that you can spread the word in your community. Maybe you can volunteer by offering some of your expertise in the areas they need where they educate the homeowners, helping families in different ways. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
So I love this. I'm really touched by the work that you guys do because I know that lives are literally completely changed by this process. And not just for this event, but you guys do this year after year. And obviously Habitat for Humanity, like you informed me, has been around longer than I even realized. So good on you guys. I think it's a beautiful project and I'm really, really excited to have you guys in here. And congratulations.
Thank you so much, DK. What a treat and privilege to be here with you and to talk with you about this work. It means so much to me. I've been a nonprofit my whole career and I'm a native daughter of Atlanta. So it means so much to do this work and change lives every day, as you said. The last thing I'll say is you might be surprised to hear this or not, but as people come to volunteer and be a part of this work all year round, what they say is, it feels so good to help a neighbor. But frankly, I get so much more out of it than I give to it. We are transforming lives for everyone who shows up to be a part of this mission, not just our program participants, but our volunteers, our partners, our sponsors, everyone showing up with that sense of shared purpose and commitment to making sure that more people have decent, safe, affordable housing is so important.
It's really a beautiful mission.
Thank
you. I'm excited for you guys. I'm proud to call Atlanta home now. I mean, you said you're a native daughter to Atlanta. I've only been here 4 months now.
Oh, wow.
I never want to leave. And I knew that the first week I got here.
We don't want you to leave. I'm glad you're here.
This industry has, moved me around the country a handful of times in my life. And I have never moved somewhere and instantly felt like I was at home like I did with Atlanta. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I attribute that to the people that I met immediately. People like you doing the work that you do, people in this building. Just the heart of Atlanta itself has sucked me in.
I love it.
So I'm proud to be here. hearing these beautiful stories about the work people like you in for Humanity are doing in this great city. It's heartwarming and it's beautiful. And I think it shows the love that Atlanta has.
Amen. I agree with you. I
Awesome.
love Atlanta. And I'm so glad you're here. Welcome.
Thank you, Rosalynn. Appreciate you being here and good luck.
Thank you. Take care.
Awesome.